Okay, this is number 24 on the review. It says a function f of x has a derivative of f prime of x equals 1 over x to the fourth plus 1. Ask where on the interval from 1 to 4 does f of x take on its maximum value. Now, normally, in order to find maximum minimums, you would take the derivative and set it equal to 0 or find where it doesn't exist. But notice, we're told that f prime of x is equal to 1 over x plus x to the fourth plus 1. So this never equals 0, and it is defined everywhere, because the only way it wouldn't be defined is if you could have a 0 in the denominator, but you would need something to happen here to be -1, which won't happen because x to the fourth is always going to be positive. So there are no critical numbers given to you from the derivative. There are no critical numbers. And so you just have to look back at the closed interval and think for a second. What we know about this derivative is it is always positive. So the f prime of x is always positive. And that's because no matter what number you put in for x, you're always going to get a positive number because you're raising it to the fourth power. So that's going to be positive, and then you're just adding 1, and you're doing 1 divided that. And so what does that mean? Well, that means that the original function, f of x, is always increasing. So if your function's increasing and you look at it over a closed interval from 1 to 4, which is where they're asking about, clearly it will have its maximum value at the endpoint of that interval. So the maximum value for f of x will occur at the right-hand endpoint of the interval, and that's because it's increasing. So here that's x equals 4. Okay? So it takes on its maximum value at the right-hand endpoint, which is x equals 4. So this problem really had you thinking, and these are kind of the problems they like to put on the test. You couldn't type anything in your calculator. You just had to understand that the derivative tells you critical numbers. Well, this particular derivative didn't have any critical numbers, but we did notice that it was always positive. So that means that our original function is always increasing, which means that the maximum value is going to be at the right-hand endpoint there.